every now and then I still go into avoidance mode where I'm like ninja-ing it out. I don't want to feel that. Go away. So, that's where I'm at. But hey everybody. Long time no see. I've made a couple of videos, but I didn't post them and I deleted them. So, I don't remember the last time. No, I remember the last time. It was like right after I'd gone camping and it was very nice. I have some incense going. I hope that's not too distracting for people. But, how are you doing? I'm doing good-ish. My coffee in my stereotypical black cup, which it has been for like the past month. But today I'm not only feeling black, I'm feeling pink as well. And this is actually a very nice pink color to describe it. So, yeah. I noticed that when I post things to like Instagram or Snapchat, I usually change the color of the font to the color that I'm feeling, or like the color that goes along with what I've just posted. You know what I mean? It's interesting. I noticed that yesterday. And like I know that I use colors to describe the way that I'm feeling, but I didn't know it was like that intense to where like now it's like programmed in my brain and I just do it. So it's kind of nice. Kind of nice. By the way, not wearing any makeup, so if I look tired, it's because I am. I work at like 5 a.m. nowadays, so today I actually got to sleep in, and I slept in until 8. It was very good. It was very nice. Or like 8:30, technically. But, I've kind of been avoiding things recently. I didn't notice it for a little bit because, I mean, obviously. But I'm trying not to avoid it anymore, and I think I'm actually in a better place after realizing that I've avoided things for so long, way back when. Every time I avoid things nowadays, it's easier to get back to me after I finally realize it. Like, the first time was like 8 months of me completely cutting off my emotions. And then I like got slammed with those, you know, so that took me out of avoiding things, which not terrible, not a terrible thing to happen, but the actual event that happened was terrible, and the after effects of that was terrible, is terrible. So every now and then I still go into avoidance mode where I'm like ninja-ing it out. I don't want to feel that. Go away. So that's where I'm at. But, so what I wanted to talk about today is kind of something that not necessarily that I've been feeling recently, but also something that I've been feeling recently, and something that I'm not sure everybody thinks about right away when they get out of that mind space and like into this one where you're done avoiding it and it's just like real life. And it's when people take advantage of you. Not necessarily like, I don't know how to explain it, but with like emotions. And something that I think I forget a lot is that I do tend to give more of myself to people without it being asked for, I guess. And that's because I want to help everybody and I just want people to be happy. And it's like, if there's any way that I can help you at all, I will try my best to, because I just want people to be happy. I feel like a lot of INFJs kind of feel that way. I mean, unless you've been burned so many times that you're like, no more people. Which is understandable, because we've all been there. But when you feel taken advantage of, remember that you tried to give the best parts of yourself to someone else. And Like, if you were successful, you did give the best parts of yourself. If you feel like you actually gave the best parts of yourself to somebody, that's great. That's amazing. Because that means that you have the ability to do that. You have the ability to be emotionally available and emotionally receptive to other people. The fact that someone else took advantage of that from you does not mean that it's your fault. You had the best intentions, or, theoretically, you had the best intentions, and you gave what you could when you could. Just because they didn't fully accept it or appreciate it or want it at the time doesn't mean you failed in giving yourself to that other person or other people or place or whatever it is. If, jobs, whatever. But just because somebody took advantage of that doesn't mean that you were wrong to give yourself to other people, to be emotionally available to other people. It doesn't mean that person needed to give you themselves back. Yes, it would have been nice, and yes, it would have obviously been the best possible scenario, but maybe it wasn't for you. Maybe they had nothing to offer you, and that's okay. Because there's somebody out in the world right now, there's almost 7 billion people, there's somebody out there that, actually, I believe that there's multiple people, but that's a different conversation. There's somebody out there that's going through the same thing that you are, that gave themselves to somebody who didn't appreciate it, who didn't want it, who didn't value it the way that it should have been valued. And those people are going to find you at some point. Or the people that you are supposed to have and are supposed to be around will find you at some point. And I know it's hard to think about that when you're actually going through it. But I promise you, when you start to accept that, it'll make it a lot easier to get through that. Because you did the best that you could. You tried the best that you could to get through to somebody. And it just wasn't meant to be. Neither of you are bad people. It's just everybody's not for everyone. And I know I constantly say that, but I truly believe that it's true. There are just some people that are only meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time. Some people are there to help you walk through childhood, high school, college, your first job, going through a really rough time with your family, whatever it is. And usually it's in the form of friends, and friends can take advantage of you too. And literally anybody can take advantage of you at any point in time. So it's not the fact that you shouldn't be emotionally available for people. It's the fact that when you are emotionally available for people, you realize and you recognize and you accept the fact that you may not get what you want out of this. So are you okay with giving yourself to somebody and not being able to know whether or not somebody will return it? Unconditional love and unconditional giving is only half the battle, and it's definitely what we should aim for, in my opinion. But not getting what we want back from that, it's hard to not go down the path of super being negative about it. Well, they didn't like me, so this, or one person did this to me, so now everybody's doing it to me. Or this is only how it's going to turn out with every single person I've ever dealt with. As an INFJ, it's hard to not create that kind of a pattern. Patterns are life. But it's not an all or nothing thing. Just because somebody did it to you doesn't mean the next person's going to do that to you. Just because somebody lied to you doesn't mean the next person's going to lie to you. Just because 3 people have lied to you doesn't mean the next person's going to lie to you. Same thing if that's the only experience you ever have with anybody. With any people that you ever come in contact with. Just because it's happened before doesn't mean it's going to happen again. And each time you go through it, you get more resilient, you get stronger. Or, in the best case scenario, you learn to get through it, you learn to move on, and you get stronger. You get more well equipped to be able to tell who can you trust, who can you not. My time is so precious to me. I learned that the hard way, and I have like made a vow to myself that I will not waste my time. But I have to also accept the fact that the way that I judge people could possibly be harming my own life as well, because maybe I cut people out too early. You never know. But you have to accept the fact of your reality and be like stand by your decisions and what you want to make with them. Oh, if somebody is taking that from you and, you know, nothing is coming out from it, you're not getting what you want from it, more so, and it doesn't seem like anything is going to change, it's also your decision that you can walk away from it. You are not stupid for staying there and trying to work with somebody about it. Because at some point, you were probably that person too. I know for a fact that not that I've used people, but there have been people that like I've talked to about certain subjects because I wanted their help. Hence, my psychologist. I love therapy. I love my psychologist. And she helped me through a lot. And I want to go back to her. Can't right now, but I wanted specific help about a traumatic event. And, I mean, rationalize it whatever we want to, but either way, there are certain friends that you will go to for certain things. Usually. I mean, there are close friends that you'll go to for an array of things, but there are some friends that you only, like, head out with. There's some friends that you only stay in with. There's some friends that have particular interests that are the same as you. That's how you get to know people. Just because that's what they are to you doesn't mean that you're taking advantage of them. It doesn't mean that they're taking advantage of you. It's when there's an uneven giving and you feel that it's not right for you, that you feel like you've been taken advantage of. And then you choose whether or not you want to sever that relationship and move on because you're not getting what you want, or stay and accept it. And neither choice is wrong. It's your life. My worry is that not only with myself, but with other people too, that when they get hurt, when we get hurt as people, we get angry because it's actually just hurt in the form of anger. And then we think we're never going to do this again. But that's not going to get you the results that you want. It's going to make you bitter, and it's going to make you resent a lot of things, and it's going to waste your own time. You are going to literally waste your own time. Don't do that. Please don't do that. There are people out there that will be what you want when you want it. You just gotta look, and you have to be emotionally available for it. And obviously, watch these videos along the way. Not necessarily mine, but like other videos that will help you get through it. Do things that make you happy. Make sure that you love yourself, which, if you don't already do self-care, I have not been. Make sure that you're doing that. And try to be as secure as possible in who you are. Because then you will realize it's okay to be you. I have a lot more that I wanted to say there, but I'm not going to. So, anyways, I hope that this video helped maybe a little bit. If, anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, put your comments in there. Yeah. So, talk to you all soon. Have a great rest of your day. And I may or may not make another video later because I actually really enjoyed this. And I forgot how much I liked doing it because I forgot myself for a little bit there. But yeah, so have a wonderful day, everybody.